How do you make money on YouTube without making videos? I make over $1,000 a day from YouTube, and I run over a dozen channels, and I don't even show my face on most of those channels, including the channel that got me a play button for getting over 1 million subscribers, and most of the channels that got me play buttons for hitting over 100,000 subscribers. So how can you do what I do without ever stepping in front of a camera or showing your face? This video that you're watching right here is basically going to be a free course for doing this, and I'll be going over the 6 different parts of this process that you can use to potentially earn income on YouTube without making videos. Now, the first part of this process is going to explain the real way of going about doing this. Most people go about doing this the wrong way, or they're not even aware of what the real way is, and that's what we're going to be covering in the first part of this free course right now. What if you could make money on YouTube without making videos? It sounds crazy, but I'd like to introduce you to something called niche YouTube channels. And chances are you've probably seen tons of channels already doing this, but what you probably didn't know is that a lot of these channels could actually be making a lot of money. And basically the way it works is that you go to some special websites, you download videos, you repurpose them to make them more valuable, and then you monetize them. My name is Matt Parr, and my students, along with myself, are the people behind a lot of the big faceless YouTube channels out there. I personally run over a dozen different YouTube channels, most of which I never even show my face or even create the videos for. I've been able to get over 1 million subscribers on a channel, which earned me this gold play button, and multiple other channels to over 100,000 subscribers, which got me multiple silver play buttons. I was a completely broke high school student a couple years ago back in 2014, and at the time I did have a YouTube channel, and I would just upload like backyard stunts, gaming videos with my friends, and that sort of thing, and I'd be lucky if I had a video get 10 views. That is, until I came across a YouTube channel that went by the name of Top 5s. And what was really interesting about this channel is that they created videos without ever even showing their face and got millions upon millions of views. They used other people's videos, they did a voiceover on top of them, and they made them fair use. And the thing about the videos is that they seemed so easy to make. So you know what I did? I took this cracked phone that I had at the time, I recorded voiceovers, I edited them together on my laptop, and I uploaded the videos to YouTube. And after switching to this method of doing YouTube, I was able to get to $3,000 a month in the next couple months, and I got up to $9,000 a month not too long after that. And mind you, this is all while being in high school. And what's absolutely incredible about niche YouTube channels is that you can pay other people to make the videos for you. And so once my time was taken up with creating YouTube videos, when I was making around $9,000 per month, I hired freelancers online and I put together a content team for very cheap. And then with all this extra time, I was able to start new channels in different niches. And this is how I've scaled up to making over $30,000 per month just from one single monetization source alone. And if you include all of my income sources from YouTube, I make over $100,000 per month. And I don't love to talk about how much money that I'm making from all these different sources, but I'm making this video series for that one person out there who's thinking about doing YouTube or who wants to start an online business, but they just don't know where to start. And honestly, I wish I had this resource when I was starting on YouTube. It would have been so incredibly helpful, and I would have been able to bypass years of experience condensed down into this video series you're watching right now. Now, before I explain to you more in depth what this unique way of doing YouTube is, let me kind of paint a vivid picture for you what most people think of when they think of doing YouTube. And this will simply give you more context to really truly appreciate how amazing niche YouTube channels are. When most people think about doing YouTube, they think about what I'm doing right here, sitting behind a camera and recording videos. And while there are a lot of pros to this method, there are also a lot of cons. First of all, you spend a bunch of money buying expensive microphones, lighting, cameras, and then you have to set up this whole studio. And then you sit there trying to come up with video ideas that you hope will get views, and for most people, they never do. And then you spend hours in front of a camera filming videos with countless retakes, and you have to have a good on-camera personality. And then you edit videos for hours upon hours upon hours, and then when you finally get a video up with all that hard work that you put into it, your video might not get any views. And even if it does, then you have to deal with people personally attacking you within the comments. And then you simply have to do this process over and over again. Now, you might have been thinking about doing this, you might have already tried this and you know how draining of a process this can be, or you've seen tons of other people try to do this and fail. Now, a lot of people think that when it comes to making money on YouTube without showing your face, they think that you have to steal content from other people and just re-upload it onto YouTube. And that's just about the worst thing that you can possibly do. Because sure, maybe you upload some videos, you get some views, but all it takes is a couple copyright strikes and your video gets taken down. And that's why a lot of people who attempt to make money on YouTube without making videos aren't able to have real long-term success with their channels. And I've been able to build a real long-term business with YouTube by doing this the real way. Now you might be asking, Matt, what is the real way? Well, within this 6-video series that you're watching right now, I'm gonna walk you through exactly what this method is, the best niches to do this in, step by step how to get started doing this, and why doing this isn't as hard as you probably think. And there's a ton of benefits in doing this the real way. With niche YouTube channels, you never have to step in front of a camera and record videos and deal with everything that goes along with that process. You can start generating videos for completely free in the beginning, meaning that when you start making money, there is a 100% profit margin. And most importantly, when you do start making money, you can outsource the content creation and get other people to make the videos for you, meaning you can make money on YouTube without making videos. And imagine you just had one niche YouTube channel and made an extra $3,000 per month. How would that change your life? Would you be able to quit your job? Or imagine having multiple niche channels that are fully automated that bring you in income 24 hours of the day. And all you have to do is spend a few hours a day managing your operation. And then with the rest of your time, you're free to do whatever you want. And you have money coming in to pay for whatever you want to pay for in your life. And the reason I'm saying all this is because most people don't let it sink in how incredible niche YouTube channels are. Most people think that in order to do online business, you have to be talking with people nonstop, you have to be amazing at sales, you have to have a product, and all of these things go completely out the window when it comes to niche YouTube channels. Now, you might be skeptical about this, and you might be asking for more information, which I am going to give to you, but I just want you to imagine if you woke up every single day having multiple niche YouTube channels bringing in consistent revenue. And think about everything else in your life that would fall in line as a result of this. For example, you'd have more time to spend with what truly matters in life, like your family and friends. You'd be able to travel, complete bucket list things, like for example, I dove on a submarine to over 1,000 feet deep recently. I traveled to 5 different countries in the past month alone, and I would have never been able to do this unless I had a job that I could just take with me wherever I go. And that's the beauty of niche YouTube channels. You can literally be anywhere with an internet connection and you can do this. And this would be a game changer, right? All right, I hope you got a ton of value from that first segment where you discovered what niche YouTube channels are. And like I mentioned in that last segment, in the next segment, we're going to be taking a look at the 24 best niches to do this in. The first step with YouTube all starts with choosing a niche, and a lot of people choose the wrong niches, which is why I want to show you what are, in my opinion, some of the absolute best ones to choose, and we're going to be going over that right now. I'm going to reveal the 24 best profitable niches, example channels within those niches, how they're monetizing, how they're generating videos, and how they're making money. So in my opinion, the main best niches on YouTube are as follows: health, wealth, happiness, relationships, travel, and technology. Now you might be asking, Matt, why are these the best niches on YouTube? Don't I see other niches that are getting millions upon millions of views as well? Well, in my opinion, these are the best niches on YouTube, not only because there's a ton of demand, but also because they meet some very specific criteria that I give. And number one is that they have videos going up consistently, getting over 100,000 views. This, first of all, just proves that there's demand. You might be saying, Matt, what about all those other channels? Don't they have demand too? Yes, they do, but a lot of those other niches don't meet some of these next criteria I'm gonna go over. And criteria number 2 is having a decent to high CPM. And this simply means that you make more money on average per 1,000 views as a lot of other niches on YouTube, and this is coming from ad revenue. And this is really nice because even if you don't get a ton of views, you can potentially still make a lot of money. And then finally, the third criteria for choosing the best niches is having alternative monetization sources. This means you can make money through multiple different ways and you're not just reliant on ad revenue. And where I personally make most of my money is from alternative monetization sources. Now you might be asking, Matt, what are these sources? Well, these include affiliate marketing and selling digital products, which could be courses, ebooks, and other things. And the amazing thing about the niches that I just went over is that they meet all three of those criteria. Now you might be saying, Matt, that's fantastic, but aren't there a bunch of subcategories within those big overall niches? And that's a great question, and the answer to that is yes, there are. And I would actually recommend sticking mainly to a subcategory and being specific with your channel for a few key reasons. Number one, when a video takes off, it'll feed all the other videos on your channel because people are gonna check out your channel. If they see related videos, they're gonna watch those too. Number two, you're gonna have a higher view to subscriber ratio. And number three, you're going to be able to implement my number one secret for getting views and subscribers that I've hardly ever shared about online, and I'll be talking about that within the next video within this series. Now let's go over some of these specific subcategory niches and then actual example case study channels within these niches as well. Let's start with the broad category of the health niche. And let's start with our number one niche, which is gaining muscle. Now to demonstrate to you an example channel actually doing this, let's take a look at this channel right here called Body Hub. This channel has over 1 million subscribers, which means they could have gotten a gold play button. And if we go to the stats of this channel, it's pulling in 2.3 million views per month. Now you might be saying, Matt, that's great, but how much could they actually be making? Well, if we take out the calculator right here and we take 2.387 million views per month, and then we divide that by 1,000, this is going to show us how many thousands of views per month that this channel is getting. Now to figure out how much money this channel could be making, we'll multiply this by a reasonable CPM. And remember, like I said, health is typically going to be a higher CPM, as well as almost all of these niches within this video. I didn't just want to make another video talking about faceless niches. I wanted to instead, in this video, talk about what are, in my opinion, the best niches so you know exactly what to do. So let's take this number right here, multiplied by a $15 CPM. That would mean this channel, Body Hub, is making $35,000 per month. That's absolutely insane. On top of the fact that the person behind this channel could be running multiple other channels as well. Because once you learn how to do this with one, you can do it with more. Now you might be saying, Matt, that's great, but in order to get this many views, these videos must just be absolutely amazing and there's no way that I could actually do this. Well, I would like to present to you what these videos are actually like. So if we click to watch one of these videos right here, you can see it's literally just a voiceover on top of the video with stock video clips in the background and then occasional titles on the video. And you can get stock videos just like this from places like pixabay.com, pexels.com, Storyblocks, and a bunch of other places. And you can edit these together using completely free editors like HitFilm Express, OpenShot, Shotcut, and if you're on Mac, you can use iMovie. And here's another video within this niche, which is literally just a slideshow talking about how to gain muscle. In order to do this, you can literally just make a slideshow using something like Google Slides, and then you can use a program called OBS to record your screen and do a voiceover on top of it explaining what you're talking about. Niche number two within the health category is losing weight. And this channel right here called Bestie has 4 million subscribers, completely faceless videos just like that first channel that we looked at. And this channel is getting 8 million views per month. And if you do that same math on this channel, you can imagine that this channel is probably making a lot of money. Now, if you're within the health category, you don't just have to talk about gaining muscle or losing weight. Here's a channel called Natural Cures, which makes videos about natural remedies for different things. And this channel right here is pulling in 4 million views per month, and it has over 3 million subscribers, and it literally just produces those same types of videos, but this time on natural remedies. Now let's move into a different category, which is now the wealth category. And a sub-niche within the wealth category that's great is the make money online sub-niche. And that's kind of what my personal channel right here is in, relating to make money online and YouTube growth. And to give you an example of a faceless channel that does this, we can take a look at this channel called Branson Tay. And even though this guy does show his face like in his channel banner and stuff, if you watch any of his videos right here, you'll see that it's literally just stock clips as well as different screen recordings throughout the video and him doing a voiceover explaining these methods of making money online. And if you go back on the Make Money Matt channel, you'll see that a lot of my first videos were completely faceless and they were literally just screen recordings. And again, you can use OBS to do that. The next sub niche within the wealth category is investing. And here's a channel called Chris Invests, and he just produces investing videos without ever showing his face. And I'll show you how in just a second. But first, if we take a look here, he gets around 300,000 views per month. On some months, he gets as much as 1 million views per month. And the amazing thing about the investing niche is it's very likely to be high CPM. And I can tell you from experience, channels like this could earn anywhere from $30 to $50 per 1,000 views. So if we take that 340,000, multiply that by a $30 CPM, this channel could be minimum earning $10,000 per month from my estimates. Plus, within this niche, there's so many alternative monetization methods that are possible. And if we take a look at any of their videos, it's literally just a whiteboard drawing with a voiceover explaining these different investing concepts. And you might be asking, Matt, how can I produce videos like this? Well, you can literally just use a program called VideoScribe or Doodly to generate videos just like this, or pay someone super cheap online to do it for you. The next sub niche under wealth is luxury, and luxury channels are absolutely gigantic. People love watching these. And if we take a look right here, here's a channel called King Luxury. And this channel right here is pulling in 2 million views per month, just producing videos on different luxurious topics like the best private jets, the best yachts and mansions, and how rich people live. And here's another channel called Alux. This one is pulling in 6 million views per month. Here's a channel called 9 Figure Life doing the exact same, 2 million views per month. Another channel called Top Luxury, this one pulling in 3.4 million per month. And then another channel called Mr. Luxury. And the crazy thing about this channel is that it hasn't even uploaded for an entire year, yet the channel still pulls in 700,000 views per month. The next sub niche under wealth is business stories. So if you're into being an entrepreneur in businesses and how they've grown, you can literally generate videos talking about some of the biggest businesses that we know about today and just giving a backstory on them. And this channel does exactly that. Like, he dropped out at this and then he built a $4 billion empire, and the channel pulls in 3 million views per month doing this. Now let's move over to the happiness category, and one of the best sub-niches under happiness is ancient wisdom. And this can be wisdom from philosophers, stoics, and people who've lived throughout the ages who've passed down some of the best tenets for living a good life. And there's tons of channels out there that provide a huge value to the world, and you could potentially do the same by taking some of this knowledge and repackaging it into YouTube videos. And right here is a channel called Philosophies for Life, which does this, and this channel right here pulls in 1.4 million views per month. And they just talk about different concepts from philosophers and stoics who've lived within the past, and they break it down into an easy to understand way. And they only upload a couple videos per month. And it looks like they use a whiteboard animation software like Doodly or VideoScribe as well. The next sub niche under happiness is confidence. And here's a channel right here called Brainy Dose. And this channel just produces videos about how to be more confident, simple conversation starters that actually work. And these are just stock videos with titles throughout the videos, and the channel pulls in 4 million views per month. Now let's move over to the next category, which is relationships. And sub niches within this could include how to get a girlfriend, how to get a boyfriend, how to get your ex back, like this channel right here called Modern Love Potion, which does a lot of videos on this subject with stock videos. And then also an idea is how to fix different relationship problems. Now the next category is travel, and there's so many different sub niches within travel that I could go over, but I'm just gonna go over a couple right here. Number one is travel guides, like this channel Touropia right here. It just talks about the 10 best places to visit in different states or countries or cities. And the channel pulls in 4.7 million views per month. And the videos are literally just videos of a lot of these places with a narration on top of it talking about the best places to visit. And in order to get information for your videos, you can go to videos like that. You can go to places like US News Travel. And there's tons of different travel websites out there and so much data that you can gather and then compile it into a super valuable video that you write within your own words or you pay someone else to, and it can potentially do very good. And another channel that does this is Mojo Travels. The next sub niche under travel is travel ideas. And this channel right here does exactly that. And they do a lot of just like top 10 videos on different travel subjects, like the 100 places you need to visit before you die, for example, or the best or worst small towns within different countries. Now, a kind of outside the box travel channel idea is talking about some of the best places to live around the world. And that's what this channel right here called Scary Harry does. And this channel just talks about, for example, the 10 easiest countries to retire comfortably in 2022. And the giant benefit that this channel right here is probably getting is that they're producing videos on financial related topics. Therefore, they're likely to have even a higher CPM since they're combining two very high CPM niches. And now let's move over into the technology category, and the first technology sub-niche is futuristic technology. Here's a channel called Tech Zone, which produces videos on different futuristic technology and inventions. And this channel pulls in 30 million views per month. And the crazy thing about this channel is that they actually translate it into multiple different languages like Spanish and Portuguese and so many other languages. And each one of these languages is getting millions of views and subscribers. And another technology sub-niche is technology tutorials. That's what this channel right here called Tech Gumbo does. They just talk about different tutorials, and these are literally just screen recordings of different software, that most of which is completely free. Like 12 free apps included with Windows that you should try. And this channel pulls in 2 million views per month just doing screen recordings. And again, you can easily use something like OBS to record videos like this. And think of how many different pieces of software are out there for so many different purposes. You can make videos on each and every single one. And then you can compare software against other competitors and talk about which one is better and why. And you basically have unlimited video ideas. Now, I'm barely scratching the surface in terms of how many different sub-niches are within these main categories. But really, at the end of the day, in my opinion, these overall categories of health, wealth, happiness, relationships, travel, and technology are the absolute best niches in my opinion. Now, does that mean you can't succeed on YouTube outside of these niches? No. I run channels outside of these niches that do very well, that monetize primarily just with ad revenue, and that can work really good. But when you're just starting with your first niche channel, I really recommend at least considering doing one of these main categories, and this is what I personally try to do as well, and that I teach my students to do. And just to spark off some more ideas within your head, let's go over a few bonus niches that aren't within these main categories, but that still do incredibly well on YouTube. And the first of which is the scary niche. And channels like Top 15s or Chills or Nuke's Top 5s produces videos on scary videos and topics, and they get millions of views per month. The next niche is animal videos, and channels like Animalpedia or Animal Facts produce videos on dogs and cats and pets, and these channels get tons of views and do very well. The next niche is celebrities, and channels like Nicki Swift produce videos on a bunch of the different celebrities that are out there and what's happening within their lives. The next niche is cars, and channels like Modern Muscle produce videos on cars. The next niche is food, and there's so many different subcategories of food. For example, you have street food, you have top 10 different recipe videos, you have the recipes themselves, some of which get millions of views without any talking at all within the videos, and these can do very good. And another bonus niche is 360-degree videos, where you can pan around the video and see it. You can pay people to make videos like this, or you can get a 360 camera and record videos like this. And as a bonus for sticking along this far within this video right here, I want to give you a list of some of the highest CPM niches as well, just so you have it. And these include finance, make money online, technology, investing, health, travel, legal, insurance, makeup, marketing, real estate, cars, and movies. And what makes these niches high CPM? Well, it just comes down to the fact that if you look at the top advertisers on YouTube, you'll see big companies like Apple, for example, is one of the top advertisers. They're likely going to put their ads on technology-related keywords. And Expedia is also one of the top advertisers, and they're likely going to put their ads on travel-related videos, which bumps up the CPM within these niches. And there's so many different investing and wealth-related apps, which is why the wealth niche is so amazing as well. And I always recommend at least considering alternative monetization sources when starting your channel, just because you can make potentially so much money without getting a ton of views. For example, we had David within one of my communities. He made over $20,000 in a month, getting only a couple thousand views per month on his videos by selling a $997 digital product from his channel. So he didn't have to get millions of views to make that much money. He only had to get a couple thousand, and that's relatively easy to do. And in my program, Tube Mastery and Monetization, I'm going to be sharing a lot more strategies with you, including a list of over 100 plus profitable niches, a list of over 239 plus example channels within those niches that don't show their face so that you know what you can model, how to blow up on YouTube fast, how to get other people to make the videos for you so that you can run multiple different channels and build a YouTube empire. So hope you got a ton of value from those 24 niches that I shared with you and what are, in my opinion, the best niches to do this in. So now you know the real way of going about doing this. a bunch of faceless niche channel ideas, and really the best ones as well. You know how some of these channels are generating content, and at this point you might be saying, Matt, if I just uploaded a bunch of these videos to YouTube and they don't go viral or get any views, would I just be wasting my time? And the answer is yes, but I want to make sure that you don't, which is why I'm going to be revealing something very crazy in the next segment right here. I'm going to be showing you the #1 secret that I've been using for years to consistently go viral on YouTube. I've uploaded over 100 videos with 1 million views each, and this is something that I've barely talked about publicly, so I know for a fact you're going to get a ton of value from this. Now here is that segment. Now, I'm very excited about this one because I'm going to reveal something to you that's helped me get over 100 separate videos with over 1 million views each, and over a dozen videos with 10 million views each. And this is how you can truly go viral on YouTube. And the secret is something that I call similar metadata. Now, metadata is what tells YouTube what your videos are about. This includes your title, description, and tags. Now here's where everybody goes wrong when it comes to metadata. They put drastically different titles, descriptions, and tags on all of their different videos. And by doing this, they're not taking full advantage of the YouTube algorithm. And this isn't just a missed opportunity. By doing this, their channel is literally leaking views. Now the secret when it comes to doing this is to have a set group of tags and keywords that you put on every single video on your channel. And this puts viewers into what I call suggested video feedback loops, where they see one of your videos, and then ideally the next result within the suggested video tab is another one of your videos. And a certain percentage of people will click to the next video and they'll click to another one. Therefore, you turn one view and however much watch time and everything else you got from it into multiple other views, tons of more watch time, and more importantly, more session time. And YouTube loves session time because the longer you can keep people on YouTube's platform, YouTube will reward you with all the views and subscribers and everything else you could ever want. And the way that this works practically is that you can get just a little bit of search traffic, and then you can then leverage that into tons and tons of suggested video traffic. And I've done this over and over again on all of my different channels, and it works like magic. And a lot of the big channels out there do this as well. Now, this isn't to say that every single video should have the same title, description, and tags. No, your video should be about the specific subject they're about, but if you're sticking to a single niche, in the last video I gave you 24 of the best niches to do this in, if you stick to your single subcategory or niche, it's really easy to implement this similar metadata if you know how to do it. Now you know what niche to choose. I introduced you to similar metadata, and now I'd like to reveal to you one of the biggest secrets that I ever learned on YouTube, which is not guessing. Almost everybody out there complicates growing on YouTube so much, and they assume that you have to find some unique niche that no one's ever done before, and you have to do your videos in a brand new way that's never been done, and that could not be further from the truth. And sure, you could discover some new trend doing that, but more than likely, you'll be among the hundreds of channels that produces videos that nobody cares about. And the good news is that there's tons of channels out there that you can use for inspiration, and I always tell people not to guess what's gonna work, but instead to model what has already worked. They might be saying, Matt, isn't there too much competition then if there's tons of channels already out there doing this? And that's a great question that I get asked all the time. And my response is that saturation up to a certain point can actually be a very good thing. And this is very counterintuitive to the way most people look at this, but a lot of the big YouTubers know this. Saturation up to a certain point can be a really good thing because you can then get in the suggestive video feeds of all those other videos that are succeeding. And as long as you produce content at least equal to or better than what's working within your niche, meaning you get more audience retention and watch time and people stay on your videos, they click to your videos at a higher percentage, then you can still get a ton of results no matter what niche you're in, no matter how much saturation there is. I do think there can be a point where there might be too much saturation if you can't produce videos equal to what's working. Also, everybody talks about too much competition on YouTube, but what most people fail to account for is, yes, the number of channels on YouTube has risen, but most people fail to account for that the number of new viewers on YouTube has also risen correspondingly. So yes, there's way more channels than ever, but there's way more viewers than ever as well. And out of all that quote-unquote competition out there on YouTube, how many of them really know what they're doing? How many of them just have luck sometimes and sometimes they have a video take off and succeed? How many of those people actually have a strategy that they're following to get results on YouTube? That number gets smaller and smaller. And the bottom line of this is that as long as you can produce videos at least equal to or better than what's working, it doesn't matter how much competition there is. Also, when it comes to modeling what's working, that doesn't mean that every single video has to be modeling some other video that did really good. You can always leave room on your channel for experimenting and trying new things. Typically, I leave like 10% of my content strategy open to, if I ever have a crazy idea, you know, maybe this will work, or I just thought of this, let's test it out. I leave that space open, but the majority of the content that my channels produce is modeling what has already worked and trying to improve upon it. And there's so many different ways you can improve upon content quite easily. You take 3 videos, you take the best parts of each video, the most valuable parts in terms of entertainment or educational value, you put into your video, and boom, your video does way better. So now you know not to guess when it comes to doing YouTube, and you might be asking, Matt, how can I practically implement this? And this brings me into my third part of the secret to getting views and subscribers and growing on YouTube. And this is how to find unlimited video ideas that actually get lots of views. And surprisingly, this is quite easy if you know how to do it. I simply split up my video ideas with half of my video ideas coming from already popular videos and the remaining half coming from keyword research. In order to find already popular videos for video ideas for yourself, all you have to do is search your niche on YouTube, filter the videos that were uploaded within the last 6 months by the highest number of views, and look for videos with at least 50 to 100,000 views on them. This shows you ideas that are working right now within your niche. Also, subscribe to big channels within your niche, and you can use a tool called vidIQ to install a trending tab on every single channel page. And if you click that trending tab, vidIQ will show you all the videos that are getting the highest views per hour on that channel right now. And what I personally do in order to find video ideas is I go to that trending tab and I look for videos that have a high amount of views per hour, the highest on that channel, that were uploaded over 1 to 3 months ago. Because this shows you that even though these videos were uploaded a while ago, they're still continuing to get a ton of views. And in order to do keyword research, I'm going to be revealing exactly how to do that in my program, Tube Mastery and Monetization. And I'm going to be revealing all of my secrets, including how to actually find the best tags for similar metadata with my secret keyword process so that you can do this the right way for sure, and you only do this once on your channel and it can set your channel up for life, how to make 10 times more money than most YouTubers, and how to automate your channel and get other people to run it for you. This is the absolute best training and community that I've ever released, and it contains everything that I've ever learned about making money on YouTube without making videos. All right, so now you know my #1 secret for going viral on YouTube. But at this point, you might be saying, Matt, how does this whole process work? How do each of these different parts fit within each other? Well, in this complete guide we're about to go over, I'm going to reveal exactly that. We've covered a lot within this free course so far, and trust me, I know this can get confusing, which is why I want to break this down into simple steps that you can take and show you the entire blueprint for doing this correctly. Segment 4 right here is going to help you understand not only the steps to take, but the correct order of the steps to take as well. And I personally believe that this will save you months, if not years of effort. And without further ado, here is section 4. What you're about to discover has taken me 8 years to figure out. And I wish that I had this resource when I was starting on YouTube, because I would have had way bigger results way sooner. And if you implement this, this could potentially change your life. And listen, I know that sounds like a big claim, but YouTube has completely transformed my life. I've been able to make millions of dollars, provide tons of value to people as well in terms of entertainment value and educational value. And the way that I've been able to do this is by running what are called niche YouTube channels. That being said, let's jump into the blueprint. And this is the exact roadmap that I use and all of my students use to get results on YouTube fast. Step number 1 is to choose a niche. And if you watch video number 2 within this series, you know the 24 best niches to do this in. And there's also ways to see if any niche on YouTube will work. So if you're thinking about doing a niche outside of those, you can do a certain market research process to see if it will be viable or if you're going to be wasting your time. But there's a lot more to it than that. And within my program, Tube Mastery, I'm going to give you the absolute worst niches to avoid that will ruin your chances of success. Step number 2 is setting up your channel for success. And this is where we're going to actually create our YouTube channel. And if you're looking for a name for your channel, you can use a tool called the Shopify Business Name Generator. It'll give you a ton of different business name ideas if you just input a keyword related to your niche. And in all honesty, channel names are not that important, but within my program, I do reveal some tools that allow you to check if a channel name is copyrighted or taken or anything like that. And if you watch video number 3 within this series, then you know that similar metadata is important. And this means means having a consistent set of keywords across all of your videos and then therefore cementing them together within the YouTube algorithm so they all recommend each other, and when one video gets a lot of views, all your videos get a lot of views. And what I like to call my secret keyword process uses a couple specific tools to find these best keywords and then rank and organize them within a spreadsheet to give you the absolute best keywords to use. And also during this process, it's essential to optimize our channel correctly and do the correct channel optimization settings. A lot of people go wrong here. And there's also some things you can do to prevent your channel from being hacked with some certain security measures. Step number 3 is to then make a list of 33 different video ideas. Now you might be saying, Matt, why 33? Well, that's generally around the time where I start to see statistically significant data in terms of impressions and views to start to make clear decisions on what type of content we're going to generate moving forward and little improvements we can make on the content. And by doing this, this is how we can experience giant growth. Now, if we are modeling what works, there is a chance within this first 33 videos that we will have some videos take off. And tons of my students have had this happen as well. But don't be afraid if you upload 33 videos and one doesn't take off, because you're gathering very important data that you optimize then on your next 30 videos. And this is typically where we can see a ton of growth. And in terms of getting the actual video ideas, I prefer getting 17 from keyword research using a certain keyword tool, and then the remaining 16 from already popular videos within the niche. And I also touched on this earlier in the video series as well, going a little bit more in depth on video ideas. Step number 4 is to actually generate and upload these 33 videos. And when you do this, I highly recommend creating a systemized process for making your videos, because it makes things a ton easier, and you can essentially create an assembly line for your videos to get done by using software like Trello. And also it's important that we follow the anatomy that almost all viral videos have. And this part of the process also includes having great thumbnails, keeping people's attention with your videos, which actually isn't too hard to do if you know the best practices when it comes to doing this. Also, it's important to know where to actually find content for your videos, both copyright-free content, so you don't have to worry about copyright strikes or anything, but also if you do use copyrighted content, you need to know the basics of what is called fair use to help prevent problems. Also, this is where optimizing your videos comes into play. And within Tube Mastery, I give you a video optimization checklist, so every video you upload, you just check off certain things to follow. And I also give you all the software for doing this, for actually generating videos, including video editors, how to make animated videos, even if you're not an animator, get them generated, how to do whiteboard videos, how to do automated videos, and so on. And an option here as well is to hire people to make the videos for you. Now, I only recommend doing this if you already have a budget and you already have money to pay to people, because there is some risk in doing this. Obviously, it's greatly decreased if you're modeling what already works, but on a lot of my channels, I outsource most of the content creation, so this is definitely possible. And within Tube Mastery, I share with you templates for actually hiring people for the job posts, how much to pay for each of the different jobs, examples of me actually hiring people, and literally everything you need to know. Step number 5 is then to analyze and optimize based off of your analytics. And I've had channels before that I thought were duds that hardly got any views within the first 30 videos that I've uploaded, but I analyze and optimize based off little tiny factors that you can look for if you know what to look for. And I've had some of these channels take off. And also there's some key mistakes that most people make when doing this that can easily be avoided if you know what to look for. Step number 6 is monetizing your channel. This is where we can actually make money from our channel, and this is one of the most fun steps. And in the next video within this video series, I'm going to go over exactly how to monetize your channel correctly. Most people do it the wrong way and make potentially 10 times more money than most YouTubers. And there's specific secrets that you can follow to increase your CPM, meaning how much you make per 1,000 views, how to do affiliate marketing correctly, most people do this way wrong, and how to overall make the most amount of money possible from your channel. Step number 7 then is to outsource the content creation. Almost all the different niche channels that I run, the majority of the content is outsourced, meaning I pay other people to make it for me. Now, you might be saying, Matt, what if I just want to keep generating the videos myself? You can totally do that and enjoy giant profit margins. But once you start making big and consistent money with YouTube, I do actually recommend investing some of that back into content creation, getting other people to make the videos for you, and this will in turn free up a ton of your time so that you can focus on higher value tasks such as potentially making more channels or just having more time to spend with your friends and family. And the way we do this is to put in place what I like to call a video creation assembly line. And all we have to do is come up with video ideas and upload and optimize the finished videos. Then we hire people in between to write the scripts, do the voiceovers, edit the videos, and make the thumbnails. And there's one place that I recommend hiring people from. Most people hire people from the wrong places. I show how much to pay, what to say in your job posts, and show actual examples of me hiring people within Tube Mastery. And now here is one of my biggest secrets when it comes to running tons of more channels while spending less on content creation. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but it actually is possible through running translated versions of your own channel. So say you have an English channel, right? And say you're paying somewhere around the ballpark of $80 to $100 to make each video. Now let's say we create a translated version of that channel in Spanish. And on average, I pay people around $4.50 per minute to translate the video, do a voiceover, and then cover any English titles with titles in the language that we're translating to. And if the videos on average are 10 minutes long, that's only $45 per video. And that's a whole nother video that can make even more money. Tons of the top channels do this as well. You have Brightside, which has been translated into a bunch of different languages. You have Watch Mojo, which has been translated into a bunch of languages. You have TechZone. Almost each one of their channels is getting millions of views per month. And taking TechZone, for example, if you add up each one of those channels and how much they could be making, their entire operation, I've done the math on this, would be making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. And I also personally do this as well. And in some months, my Spanish, Portuguese, and a variety of other language channels actually get more views and sometimes even make more money per month than my English channels. Now, some languages are a little bit lower CPM and some are a lot higher. So you do have to take that into account, but you also need to take into account how much demand there is within that language. And I show you exactly how to do this within Tube Mastery, how to hire people, what to say for actually hiring people, how much to pay people to do this. And in my opinion, it's an absolute no-brainer for almost any channel out there as long as there's demand within another language. And usually there's demand within tons of different languages. And you create a whole new channel for that language and you just get your content translated. And all of this and more is going to be covered within my program, Tube Mastery and Monetization. And in the program as well, I also include step-by-step checklists, including timeframes on how long each of these different steps should take you, script templates for systematizing your videos, a list of 100 plus profitable niches, and 239 plus example channels within a bunch of these niches, script templates for hiring people, video optimization checklists, and so much more. I'm just barely scratching the surface of how much is included within this program. I truly believe it is the best YouTube program on the market. I answer every single question daily within the program student community as well. I don't know one other course creator that does that. I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and you can literally watch over my shoulders as I show you all of this step by step. I really hope that last segment helped you understand the order of the steps to take to make money on YouTube without making videos correctly. So now that you have a YouTube channel that's getting views, how do you actually make money from those views? Not only that, but how can you make up to 10 times more revenue than most YouTubers using some secret monetization strategies? You might also be saying, Matt, what's the best way to monetize? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be covering in section number 5 of this video. I'm going to show you how to monetize your channel effectively and set yourself up for making the most amount of money from YouTube. Not only this, but section number 5 right here is really special because I'm going to show you actual case studies of channels that could monetize with these methods, and then also some case studies of my own students that are actually doing this as well and making a lot of money with these methods. Now, a quick disclaimer, these results that I'm going to reveal to you are not typical, but all of the students that I'm about to share with you are implementing these same exact techniques that I'm teaching. So without further ado, here is section 5. Well, it turns out there's 6 main ways of monetizing your videos, and we're going to be going over that right now. And I'm also going to be showing you actual examples of channels that are doing this, as well as case studies from some of my own students, so you can see examples of this in action. I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can monetize your channel so you can potentially make money from it. I'll also be going over case studies for 5 different channels, how they could be making money, as well as case studies from some of my own students. And on top of that, I'm going to be revealing some secrets to make sure that you can make the absolute most from each of these methods. And now let's go over the different ways of monetizing, starting with method number 1, which is YouTube ads. Now, in order to get YouTube ad revenue, you need to sign up for something called the YouTube Partner Program. And you can't get accepted into that unless you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And I know that sounds like a lot, but if you break it down and do the actual math, it can happen a lot quicker than you probably think. In fact, I have students getting monetized with ad revenue all the time, and you can see some of them flashing across the screen right now. We get tons of students getting monetized every single week within my program. Now, YouTube ad revenue is great, but it's not my favorite. Now, keep watching to discover my personal favorite monetization strategies, But first, let's go over how you can make the absolute most from ad revenue. Now, ad revenue involves something called CPM, which is essentially how much money you make per 1,000 views. Now, for some channels, it's $50 per 1,000 views, whereas others, it's only $1. So how can you get the highest CPM possible? Now, this involves choosing what is known as a high CPM niche, or a niche where more advertisers are advertising on compared to other niches out there. And here's a quick list of some of the highest CPM niches. You have finance, make money online, investing, technology, health, travel, legal, insurance, makeup, marketing, real estate, cars, and movies. And there's other high CPM niches out there, and a quick trick that you can use to find high CPM niches is to look up the biggest advertisers on YouTube, see what companies and sectors they're involved in, and then ask yourself what keywords are these companies likely to be putting ads on. For example, if it's a financial company, they're likely going to put ads on financial related topics like how to make money online, how to invest, and stuff like that. And another trick to get a high CPM is that you don't have to choose one of these niches for your entire channel to be about, but you can do occasional videos related to these subjects on your channel. For example, let's say you run a channel about watches and you're getting a pretty decent CPM. There's probably some watch advertisers out there, but if you really wanted to increase your CPM, you could make a video about the top 10 watches that are the best investment, because you're using that keyword of investment, which is likely gonna have more advertisers advertising on it. Also, another trick to make the most amount of money from ads is to make your videos longer than 8 minutes. This allows you to put multiple ad breaks throughout the video. Make sure you check all the different ad types within your monetization tab once you get monetized, and you'll make a lot more. I recommend spacing out your ads about 2 to 3 minutes between each ad, tapering the ads off towards the end of the video. So now let's say that you have a stream of revenue coming from YouTube ads. That's great, but how can we increase it even more? Well, let's think about it. If we have YouTube promoting your videos to targeted people as a result of implementing the #1 secret that I taught in video number 3 within this video series, then it's reasonable to assume that these are people with an interest in this subject. Now, if advertisers are willing to pay so much money to put ads on your videos and before your videos, you have to ask yourself why. And the reason they're doing this is they either get so much value from the brand awareness that they're putting on their ads, or they make so much money back from their ads, oftentimes many more times than what they're spending on the ads, from the products they're selling. Now, do you want to discover the secret for multiplying your revenue multiple times that of ad revenue? In fact, I've used this on one of my channels that makes around $8,000 a month to make an extra $40,000 a month from it. And plus, what if I were to tell you don't have to wait to get 4,000 hours of watch time or 1,000 subscribers to get started? You could monetize your channel from the very beginning, as soon as your first video is published. Now, here's what we don't want to do. We don't want to have to create a product, manufacture that product, spend a ton of money making the product, not even knowing if it's going to sell. So what if there was a way to sell products online and not have to pay any fulfillment cost every single time someone buys the product? This would mean that it's essentially infinitely scalable. You could sell as many as you want. You don't have to pay any money to actually fulfill it to the people who buy. Plus, the people who buy don't have to wait for it to actually get shipped to them, so it's a win-win situation. Well, it turns out this is possible, and it's referred to as digital products. And digital products are things like online courses, ebooks, and software. And you can host these on platforms like Kajabi, which is what I personally use, with Digistore24 and ClickFunnels. And now you might be saying, Matt, doesn't that take a ton of time to create a course or a software? And the answer is yes, but what if I were to tell you that you can actually partner with people who've already created courses and promote it for them, and then split the revenue every single time you get a sale? And not only that, but then you also don't have to deal with support emails or refunds or anything. Well, this does exist, and it's referred to as affiliate marketing. And you can find products to promote on places like ClickBank and Digistore24, and you can get a commission on every single sale that you get. And all you have to do is simply go to Digistore24, find a product within your niche, and put your link to that product in the description of all of your videos relating to it, as well as in the pinned comment section. And then I recommend mentioning that product after you've already given a ton of value within the video. And you can take it to the next level, increase conversions even more, get a ton of more sales by using something like a bridge page. And there's a ton of more secrets when it comes to affiliate marketing correctly that I'm going to be sharing within Tube Mastery and Tube Coaching, because honestly, most people do affiliate marketing the wrong way. Now you might be asking, Matt, what does this actually look like? So I have some case study channels that I'm going to share with you right now so you can see exact examples and how this would potentially be possible. Starting with the channel Natural Cures, which we talked about in video number 2 within this video series of the 24 best niches to do this in. Natural Cures is within the health niche, and they could potentially promote any of these health courses from ClickBank right here and potentially make a lot of money. Then we have a cryptocurrency channel called Satoshi Stacker, which is completely faceless. not only would this channel be likely to have a higher CPM due to the fact there's so many crypto advertisers, but they could also promote any of these crypto-related Digistore 24 courses right here. And the next channel right here is called Animal Facts, which primarily produces videos on dogs and pets, and they could promote this dog training course from ClickBank. And then there's this channel called Top 10 Zone right here, which produces videos about different Amazon gadgets and technology, and they could put the Amazon affiliate links, or wherever their products are being sold, affiliate links to those products in the descriptions of their videos. And then there's this channel called Celestial Inspiration, which produces videos about spirituality, and they could link to any of these spiritual products from ClickBank, and I think there's some on Digistore as well. And there's tons of products to promote in so many different niches, including health, wealth, happiness, relationships, travel, and technology especially. But now you might be asking, Matt, what if I'm in a niche where there isn't really any products to promote? And unfortunately, there isn't going to be great products to promote for every niche that's out there. And that's why I personally recommend choosing a niche that hits these requirements. Number one, it's evergreen, meaning there's a lot of demand for that over time. It has a lot of interest. There's videos going up regularly within the past 3 to 6 months with over 100,000 views. It's likely to have a good CPM with lots of advertisers wanting to spend money on that type of content. It must be monetizable outside of just AdSense, meaning digital products or affiliate marketing, and it must have a lot of sub niches. For example, within health, you have so many different sub niches like weight loss, gaining muscle, the best diets, and the list is almost endless. And if you want to see the niches that meet the criteria I'm talking about, you can check out video number 2 within the series where I go over the 24 absolute best niches. And that doesn't mean that you can't potentially still make a ton of money with channels that don't have great products to promote. For example, if you take a look at some scary channels that are out there, for example, Chills or Top 15s, even though they don't really have anything to sell, they can still make a ton of money due to the fact that they're getting so many views. And even if it doesn't have a great CPM, a lot of these channels can still make, $10,000, $30,000 per month just from ad revenue alone. And that's due to the fact that there's sometimes more demand in other niches. But for most people starting out, I recommend choosing one of the best niches that I went over because you don't have to get millions upon millions of views to make some money. And what I recommend doing is starting there, making a lot of money from it, and then investing some of that money into more long-term plays and diversifying your content strategy. And then you can think about doing entertainment-focused channels that have more of a focus on ad revenue. And method number 4 of monetizing your channel is with services or consulting. You can sell consulting on platforms like Calendly, which has a Stripe integration where you can charge people for your time and you can help them on like Zoom calls and stuff. You can also do it on a platform called Clarity.fm. Now, I am listing this as one of the good ways of monetization just due to the fact that you can make so much money doing this. But I personally think that selling digital products or affiliate marketing is better because you aren't trading your time for money. And now let's talk about the bad ways of monetizing your channel, which brings us into method number 5, which is merch. Now, you've probably seen a lot of YouTubers selling merch out there. You probably assume they're making a ton of money. It is actually surprising that a lot of big YouTubers don't actually make as much as you may think from merch. Now, there are a select few with super dedicated fan bases that do make a ton of money from merch, but for most channels, especially niche channels, it's really not a great way of monetizing, in my personal opinion. The amount per sale is typically very low. And now method number 6, which is also a bad way that I don't really recommend, are memberships. Now, this would include YouTube memberships or things like Patreon or Ko-Fi. And the reason I don't recommend this is because each member only pays a very small amount, and you need a giant volume of members for this to make any sense. Whereas if you sell a $1,000 course or digital product, or you get a $1,000 commission from a $2,000 course that you promote as an affiliate, all you have to get is 1,000 sales and you made $1 million. Whereas if you sell memberships for $1 per month, you have to get 1 million members, which hardly anybody's ever been able to do that. And you'll see a lot of channels out there that are really big with millions of subscribers start Patreons, and then you go to them and the channel's making like $100 a month or something like that from it, which is not even scratching the surface of the possibility that they could be losing out from not choosing one of the better monetization methods. And I say that because there's channels with hardly any subscribers whatsoever that make way more than channels with millions of subscribers just by monetizing correctly. So I hope you can get a lot of value from this video to see some of the best ways of monetizing. And now let's go over some different case studies from my own students who've joined some of my programs in the past and the results they've gotten with some different monetization methods to show you that you can make money through all these monetization methods. And I personally make money through a lot of them, but it's not just me. And to demonstrate that, let's go over some of my student results. And first of all, starting with ad revenue, I've had tons of students get monetized and new students getting monetized every single week within my programs, within the private student community. You can see some of them flashing across the screen right here. And for some specific examples, Dan right here makes over $8,000 per month from ad revenue. Ali right here makes nearly $9,000 per month. Christopher right here has made over $140,000 just since last October. And I've been doing student interviews lately, talking with some of my students that have made a ton of money. And I recently talked with a student making $30,000 per month and another one making $5,000 per month. And this is all just from ad revenue alone. And now let's talk about digital products, which are arguably one of my favorite ways of monetizing YouTube channels. And David right here has made well over $100,000 from his channel with less than 3,000 subscribers. And he's told me that he's made upwards of $20,000 in a month, only getting a couple thousand views per month from his channel. And this is the power of digital products, because if you sell something for $1,000, you make 20 sales, you make $20,000 per month, which is crazy. And now let's talk about affiliate marketing. Luke right here has made over $2,400 by promoting Tube Mastery as an affiliate. And here's the kicker: with less than 100 subscribers on his channel. And you can promote Tube Mastery if you want, but there's so many other products to promote out there as well. And it's further proof that this method works not just for me, but for many other people. Matthew right here was able to make over $100 his second day into his YouTube channel. Now there's absolutely no way this would be possible if you were just relying on ad revenue, and this is really the power of some of these alternative sources of monetization. Now all these results that I'm sharing with you, these aren't typical. Don't expect to make millions of dollars your first month into YouTube, but I'm showing you this for motivation and inspiration to show you that there's real people out there that are actually doing this. And these are people all within my community. If you chose to join Tube Master or Tube Coaching, you're gonna meet some of these same exact people. And most people who join programs and stuff don't actually put in the work, which is why I want you, whoever's out there watching this video, if you really want to do YouTube and you want to make this happen, I would recommend going through with it because the results can be so amazing. And my life has been personally changed completely by YouTube, and I'd love for yours to be positively changed as well. And here's what Matthew had to say about the results that he got.
Hey, what's going on? It's Matt here, and I wanted to just shoot a quick testimonial for Matt Parr and his YouTube Mastery course. I actually purchased it 4 days ago. Wanted to learn more, obviously, about how to build a business around YouTube and be able to really grow a channel. So I already had a channel, but what I decided to do after I went through the course, he goes into incredible amounts of detail. So what I decided is to build a channel from scratch, literally 0 subscribers, 0 views, and a niche that I'm very passionate about, liked it, just didn't know really how to monetize it. I followed his strategies, and on day 2, my second upload, I actually made $100 affiliate commission. So if you just follow his steps along the way, not only will you grow your channel, grow your subscriber base, but he goes into several different monetization strategies that you can use to literally build a passive business. That's the beauty about YouTube, and the power of these videos are always playing 24/7 all around the world, and you have an ability to create a passive income, a passive business with YouTube. So if you're on the fence, just kind of deciding like, hey, does it work? Does it not? Is it worth the money? I highly recommend it. The strategies he implements and the detail he goes into, obviously well worth it. You know, I made a sale second day. So really excited. Like I said, I'm only 4 days in, already shooting a testimonial for him. Just because I really found a ton of value in the course. So thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. And if you're on the fence, just get it. As long as you take action and follow the steps, you'll be glad you did. All right, bye.
And all of these people that I just talked about have followed the exact steps that I lay out in my programs Tube Mastery, Monetization, and Tube Coaching. Imagine being able to watch over my shoulder as I reveal to you exactly how to make money on YouTube step by step, and then scale to running multiple channels and building a YouTube empire, all while having me there to help you, guide you, and mentor you to get the support in order to get the results that you want. And think about how much time and money that you'll save with doing this as opposed to trying to do this all yourself. Sure, you can figure things out through trial and error, but I can literally show you mistakes that I made that could shave off 2 years off the time that you could potentially get results. And that's why I personally invest in courses too, just to shorten the learning curve. And in my opinion, everyone's time is worth something, and in most cases, it's well worth it, bypassing the amount of time it would usually take you. And now, as you can imagine, it's absolutely impossible for me to work one-on-one with everyone. And in fact, I like to keep my group small enough so I can answer every single question every day within my private community. And so as much as I'd love to help everybody on earth one-on-one do this, there's only a certain amount of people that I can work with while still maintaining the level of support that's needed to get you the results that you want. So I please ask that you understand that spots are going to be granted on a first come, first served basis. This is literally my flagship program, and I wouldn't be surprised if spots sell out within the first hour. So keep your eyes open and feel free to jump on board as soon as spots open if you're serious about doing this. All right, I hope you got a ton of value from that last segment there. And throughout this guide, you've probably heard me mention my program Tube Mastery and Monetization, as well as Tube Coaching a couple times. And at this point, you might be wondering what that is. Well, those are my flagship programs that walk people through step by step exactly how to succeed on YouTube with niche channels. And in section number 6 of this video right here, I'm going to go over exactly what's included with Tube Mastery and Monetization, as well as Tube Coaching if you did want to join. And here is that section. Niche channels are the new wave of YouTube, and now is the time to get started doing it before it's too late. Now, does that mean that if you start doing this, you'll get 1 million subscribers overnight? No, the truth is I can't guarantee that you'll get results because I can't guarantee that you'll actually take action with this information. But what I can guarantee you is that you're going to discover the same exact tactics that I'm personally using and that all of my students are using to get results on YouTube. And I truly believe that this is the #1 best YouTube program on the market. In it, I share every last secret, and I show you exactly how to succeed on YouTube step by step without leaving out anything. It's not a bunch of abstract theory, but rather an actual guide for doing this. And I've been getting so many messages from people who want to do YouTube and who want to get my help in doing so. And in the past, I've had to say no because I straight up don't have enough time to help everyone. But I decided to stop being lazy, and I spent the last 2 years creating the first 2 versions of this program. And then I took some beta students, got them amazing results, and now I'm finally opening the program again before closing it really soon. So at this point, you're probably asking, Matt, what's all included within Tube Mastery and Monetization? So here's exactly what you're going to be getting. In module number 1, I welcome you into Tube Mastery and Monetization. I show you how to join the private student community to make sure you get sorted out there, because that's where I answer every single question daily. And it's really important that you have that, because as you go through this process, you'll probably have some questions, and I want to be there for you to answer them to make sure that you can get the results that you want. And I also show you how to use this course and what to go through step by step. And in module number 2, I go over an overview of this method. I go over an overview of the blueprint, as well as giving you case studies of some actual channels that are doing this. And then I also give you a step-by-step checklist that you can use to go through the program and see timeframes of how long it should take you for each of the different steps throughout your YouTube journey. And in module number 3, it's time to choose a niche. I go over different ways of going about doing YouTube, whether it be a personal channel, a hybrid channel, or a niche channel, and the pros and cons of all of them. I give you a list of the best high CPM niches. I show you my personal favorite niches, and then I give you a list of over 100 plus profitable niches, as well as an additional list of over 239 plus example channels within those niches that are succeeding. So it's likely that if you're thinking of a niche, I've already have a channel within that niche doing really well that's a faceless channel. That'll be a great example for you to model and get tons of video ideas from. And this lesson is one of the most important ones, which is the niches to avoid. A lot of people choose terrible niches and they don't even know that they're doing it. That'll absolutely ruin their chances of success on YouTube. And this lesson right here, I believe, will save you a ton of time. And then the final lesson within that module is doing market research, where I'll walk you through exactly how to see if a niche is worth your time pursuing. Module number 4 then talks about setting your channel up for success. I show you how to create a Google account and set up your channel. I walk you through the essential channel optimization settings as soon as you get your channel made. I show you how to make a logo and channel art super easy. I reveal how to prevent your channel from getting hacked and some of the tools that I personally use to do that in terms of managing your passwords and some other tricks that you can do to keep your channel really secure. I go over the 33 rule and using suggested video loops to go viral. And the next lesson talks about the best YouTube tool that I personally use every single day within my YouTube business and how you can also use it to succeed on YouTube. And then I show you how to implement something called my secret keyword process. And this is essentially a process where I help you find the absolute best keywords to use on your channel to actually implement similar metadata in the method that I've talked about within this video series. And then I show you how to actually implement this strategy into your channel step by step, exactly what to do. And then I go over how to practically plan your content strategy for your first 33 videos. And once you have your video ideas, then it's time to go to module number 5, which is actually generating your videos. I show you the anatomy that almost all viral videos follow, how to systematize your videos, and a secret tool that I use to really help me systematize my videos to make it into an exact process that you can follow. I show you how to write scripts, check them for copyright, and I give you the best tools for doing so. And then I show you how to record voiceovers if that's something that you want to do with completely free software. I show you the best places to find content for your niche channels. I give you a list of different places you can find music, pictures, videos, and everything else for your channel without having to worry about copyright. But then if you do want to use copyrighted content, I also go over how to implement fair use. I'm not a lawyer and this isn't legal advice, but I show you what I personally do with my channels, and I believe that you can get some value from that. And I also give you a fair use checklist. And then I go over different free video editors as well as my personal favorite video editor and exactly how to use it to edit videos. You can watch over my shoulder as I edit a video from start to finish. I show you how to make high click-through rate thumbnails, which actually is pretty easy if you know the formula that almost all the high click-through rate thumbnails follow. I show you how to be more productive with your content strategy to make you up to 3 times more productive than you otherwise would be. I give you all of my recommended video gear, and this includes my personal channel gear as well. I give you the best gear in terms of what microphones to use that you can spend less than $20 on to get amazing audio quality if you're recording voiceovers. But like I said, I also give you my personal channel gear, so if you ever did want to start a personal channel, I show you every single piece of gear that I use. And then I show you how to generate videos using an automated software that almost nobody knows about that can really help streamline your video creation process. Now this can only work in certain niches, but the niches that it does work in, it can really help you a ton. And I also show how to easily make whiteboard animation videos. And then in module number 6, we talk about actually uploading and optimizing those videos that we've generated. And don't worry, later in the program, I also go over exactly how to outsource content creation to get other people to make the videos for you. And we'll go over that in just a second. But first, let's jump into module number 6, which is actually uploading and optimizing those videos that we've generated. I show you the best initial optimization and give you an actual checklist that you can go through to make sure that your videos are properly optimized. I show you how to schedule and then publish your videos correctly, and I reveal how to actually make a content calendar. And then module number 7 is the growth module, and this is where things get fun, where I can show you some secret hacks to absolutely blow up your YouTube channel. I show you an overview of growing your YouTube channel, how to understand YouTube analytics and the algorithm. Most people look at the wrong analytics, whereas if they just look at a few key ones and understand what to do with that information, it can not only save them a ton of time wasted, but also help them grow exponentially on YouTube. I show you how to truly go viral on YouTube, not with any of the misconceptions that are out there, but how you truly can do it, coming from someone who's uploaded over 100 videos with 1 million views each. I show you the best time of day to upload, another great tool for optimizing your channel, how to do thumbnail split tests to find the absolute best thumbnails, some mistakes to avoid that most people make, and then how to use a secret software to make sure your thumbnails are as good as possible, and an additional advanced card strategy. And now it's time to make some money from our channels. And that brings us into module number 8, which is the monetization module. In the monetization module, I show you all the different ways of making money on YouTube, my personal favorite methods of monetization, how to make money with YouTube ads, how to increase your CPM, how to do affiliate marketing on YouTube the right way, and all the secrets that go into that. I give you a list of a ton of different affiliate programs in a bunch of different niches as well. I show you how to sell digital products, how I've sold over $5 million worth of online courses. So if that's something you want to do, I can show you exactly how to do it. I show you how to sell merch the right way if that's something that you want to do. Even though it's not my favorite method of monetization, there are some things that you can do to make sure you do it the right way. And I show you how to manage YouTube channels and sell content creation to other channels that can potentially make you even more money. And then in module number 9, we talk about scaling and outsourcing. And this is where you can get other people to make the videos for you in order to make money on YouTube. I go over where to hire people from. I give you a list of the best places to hire people from. I show you how to hire one person to do all the content creation, as well as showing you how to put together a content creation assembly line when you want to use each of these methods. I show you how to outsource thumbnail creation. I give you job script templates for actually hiring people, exactly what to say to hire people for different positions. I show you exactly how much to pay people for different jobs on a low, medium to high scale. I show you how to manage your team. I give you actual examples of me hiring people so you can watch over my shoulder and watch me hire people. And I show you how to multiply your revenue through through translating your channels to a ton of different languages. And then in module number 10, we have a bunch of different bonuses. I show you how to access your bonuses. I give you a list of all the software and tools that are required to do this. And I go over personal brand secrets, how I've made over $5 million for my personal brand, and how you can potentially grow a hyper profitable personal brand if that's something you want to do. I go over all of that within that bonus lesson. I show you how to do all of this from a cell phone, just in case you don't have a computer. I show you some tips and tricks for doing this from a phone. And I go over how I structure my businesses in taxes. And this isn't legal or tax advice at all. I'm not an accountant or a financial advisor, but it's just for entertainment purposes. And yes, that is a lot different than any other course or program that's out there. There's no abstract theory. It gets straight to the point and it shows you exactly what you need to do this correctly. It's more like a field guide that reveals my every secret, strategy, and technique that all of my students and myself are using to get success on YouTube. And the purpose of this is so that you can model it and then get awesome results with niche channels. And also I'm giving a ton of free bonuses worth over $10,000 in my opinion if you did decide to join today. And if you know anything about me, you know I always try to over deliver. I want you to get more value than anything you invest in any of my programs. And I actually care about the results that my students get. And I think some of these additional bonuses are really going to help you, which is why I'm throwing them in here if you decide to join Tube Mastery Monetization or Tube Coaching. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get a step-by-step checklist for doing this with time frames, a list of 239 example channels in every niche that you can imagine, as well as a list of over 100 plus profitable niches. Every time I find a new niche or a new example channel, I throw them on this list so they're kept updated. You get access to the private Facebook group where I answer every single question daily. You get the video ideas template. You get script templates for video creation to help with systematizing your videos. The video creation assembly line template, which will help you even further systematize your videos and hire people to fill each of these positions to make the videos for you. You get my YouTube gear list with literally everything that I use, not only with my niche channels, but also with my personal channel gear. A list of stock footage, music, and pictures that you can use completely royalty free. So if you're ever looking for content, I show you exactly where to get it. You get my fair use checklist, the video optimization checklist to make sure that your videos are as optimized as possible, the list of affiliate programs in order to maximize your alternative revenue, a list of places to hire people from, script and job templates for hiring people for every single position. I show you exactly what to say within your job posts. I give you a cheat sheet for how much to pay for video creation for each of the separate jobs. And this simply makes sure that you're not getting overcharged or anything. The recommended software and tools for doing this. I show you every single piece of software that I use within my YouTube business. You also get the bonus of personal brand secrets where I show you exactly how I've grown my personal brand to make over $5 million. You get the bonus where I show you how to do this from a phone, the business and taxes bonus. You also get Tube channel case studies, which is essentially a giant list of case studies where I break down exactly how certain niche channels are succeeding. And you get Tube FAQ, which is basically a course where I answer all the most frequently asked questions when it comes to doing this. And if your question's not answered there, I'm available within our private Facebook community. And then you get the Tube Secrets course, which is basically a simplified version of doing this. So if it ever gets too complex, you can jump into Tube Secrets and see what to do. And this is a bonus value alone of over $8,000. I believe the course itself is worth well over $10,000 if you actually apply it. And this brings the total value to around $18,000. And I really believe that these free bonuses are going to help you a ton. Niche channels, in my personal opinion, are the #1 way to make money online. So if you'd like to make money on YouTube without ever making videos, you can join Tube Mastery for a one-time payment of only $697. And if you don't have the money saved up right now, you can still do it and hop on board with the payment plan that we set up. But the way I see it, this won't cost you anything. I view this as an investment if you're serious about doing this. And the price of this program is usually $997 everywhere else, and we'll be upping it back to that price very soon. And this is literally your last chance to get in on this price, plus getting all of these bonuses. And we have a couple different payment options. You can pay via credit card or PayPal. And if you feel like this is right for you, simply click the button below this video, sign up for Tube Mastery Monetization, and get instant access to the program, the community, and all the bonuses. And if you want to join Tube Coaching, which includes Tube Mastery, in addition 2 weekly Q&A calls where I can look at your channels and make sure that you're going on the right track, then you can join for a one-time payment of $3,000. And the price of this program is usually $5,000 due to the fact that it takes me a lot of time to review every single person's channel, make sure they're going on the right track, and be there for them with the weekly live Q&A calls. And you also get bonus content. And the price will be going back to that very soon, so this is a one-time opportunity. That being said, I also answer every single question daily within Tube Mastery and Monetization, but tube coaching is a good option if you want to turbocharge your YouTube journey, because you'll get expert feedback along the way to make sure that you're doing everything correctly to get the results that you want. So after you sign up, you'll get instant access to the members area, and of course, you'll get all your bonuses as well. And I'll also send you an onboarding email with all the details and the links. And as soon as that's done, you'll also be added to our private Facebook community where I'm available answering every single question daily. And it's a community of like-minded people who are actually doing this. And you'll see students that I've talked about throughout this video series. They're actually in that group. They post their results, and I'd like you to post your results too once you get them, just because it really helps motivate everybody there. It's a really inclusive community. We celebrate every single win that happens within it. And of course, the main purpose of it is for me to answer every single question daily. If you want to join and you feel like this is right for you, simply click the button below this video, sign up for Tube Mastery Monetization or Tube Coaching, and get access to the best YouTube program on the market for the cheapest it will ever be. Now, there's a lot of people who want to join this program. I've gotten so much interest throughout this video series, but this is time sensitive. As much as I would love to help everybody in the world do this, this is going to be limited to a certain amount of people. I want to actually be able to be there and answer your questions along the way. And literally the only way I can do that is to limit how many people can join. And once the countdown timer on the sales page hits 0, we are going to close registration. And then when we do open it back up, the price is going to be raised. This is a really rare opportunity, and I really want to help you do this the right way for sure. We have so many people on the early bird waitlist, over 300,000 on YouTube, an additional 300,000 on Instagram, and they've all been waiting for this launch. So if you're truly interested in making money on YouTube, you have to act soon before someone else takes your spot and transforms their life with niche YouTube channels. And if you feel like this is right for you, simply click the button below this video and sign up for Tube Mastery and Monetization. Now, for everybody who's joined Tube Mastery and Monetization and Tube Coaching, congratulations, you made an incredible decision in your YouTube journey. I believe I'm going to help you shave off what would otherwise take years of trial and error to discover how to do this. I can just straight up show you what works. So I really look forward to working with you. As always, I'm in the private student community every single day answering every single question, but some of you might also have some additional questions about the program, which is why in this last bonus segment right here, I'm going to be going over some of those questions and answering them for you. There's a really good chance that your question was asked if you have a question about the program, and we're going to be going over that right now. And now, as I promised, I'm going to answer some of your questions that you've been sending in about the program. And one question I've been getting a ton is this only for advanced people, or is this also suitable for beginners? And the answer is that it's beginner friendly, and you don't have to have any experience prior to this in running YouTube channels or making money on YouTube. And I also throw in a bonus course that's like a simplified version of this method, and I also throw in a step-by-step checklist, so you just go through the checklist step by step and complete each of the items. But don't worry, you're going to be getting all the advanced tactics as well, and I don't leave out any secrets. This is literally everything I know about YouTube. Another question is, if everybody in the world does this, will this still work? Isn't YouTube too saturated? Aren't there too many content creators that are already out there? How could I possibly grow? And that's a great question, and in my opinion, this will not get saturated. First of all, there's over 1 trillion views per year on YouTube, and I personally think that that's more than enough to go around for everyone. Plus, we're only doing this for a small handful of creators, and most people on YouTube have no idea about this method or the tactics, and most people don't even have a plan when it comes down to it. And also, saturation up to a certain point can actually be a really good thing. I know that sounds crazy, but you can actually get into the suggested tabs of already popular videos and siphon off some of their views, and all of these videos can actually start to feed each other. However, I do believe that there is such a thing as too much competition, but only if you're not producing content that's equal to or better than the competition, meaning you're getting more watch time and session time as well as a higher click-through rate than the competition. I show you exactly how to do this within Tube Mastery. And everyone talks about too much competition, but when's the last time you heard someone say there's too many viewers on YouTube? And I say that to make the point that yes, there's more YouTube creators than ever before, but there's also way more YouTube viewers than ever before, and viewership has actually increased accordingly. And out of all these so-called competition that's out there, how many of them actually know how to produce good content? How many of them actually have a plan? Whereas most people just absolutely guess. And eventually they may get success, but they might not even know why it occurred in the first place. So the number of people who are applying an actual strategy gets smaller and smaller. And I truly believe that if you're producing content that's equal to or better than the content that's already out there within your niche, that you can do great no matter how much competition there is. Another question is, will this work worldwide? And yes, most countries in the world can monetize with YouTube and AdSense. And as long as you you can have a YouTube account, you can do this. And even if you live in a country outside of monetization rules, you can still monetize with some of the alternative methods where you can make way more money anyways. Another question is, I know I can make money on YouTube, but I'm really afraid it's going to take a long time to get monetized. And I totally understand that given the fact that there's certain requirements for monetization, but it can happen a lot quicker than you think. I've had channels get monetized in less than a month with only 13 videos on the channel. And I've also had channels take 30 to 60 videos before they get monetized and months of uploading videos. So every channel is different, but I'm going to show you timeframes of what to expect with all this and actual checklists to go through to make sure that you have the best chance of getting monetized, and once you do, making the most amount of money from it. And speaking of making the most amount of money, I'm also going to show you alternative monetization strategies to make the absolute most amount of money as well. And as you can see flashing across the screen right now, we have students getting monetized all the time within my program. Pretty much almost every week we're getting people posting the results of getting monetized. Another question is, I have a personal channel. Should I focus on that or a niche channel, or should I do both? That's a great question, and I would never want to discourage you from doing a personal channel if that's something that you want to do. You can still do amazing with personal channels just as well as niche channels. In fact, I do both. I run a bunch of niche channels, and then I run this personal channel right here. And there's pros and cons of both. For example, the pros with niche channels is that they're scalable and you can pay people to make the videos for you, whereas I can't really pay someone to be me on camera for this Make Money Matt brand. And on that note as well, another question I've been getting a lot is, will Tube Mastery, monetization, and Tube coaching help me grow my personal channel? And the answer is yes, and that's because the tactics that I'm going to be showing you can apply to any type of channel on YouTube and growing it to the moon. And I'm also going to be giving you an additional bonus section of this program if you do decide to join with the bonuses that shows you exactly how I've scaled up my personal channel to over 300,000 subscribers in just a couple years, and exactly how I've made millions of dollars from it. So you're basically getting multiple courses in one with this program, and then you also get access to me to answer any questions that you have along the way. Another question is, I have a full-time business, so do I have time to run niche channels as well? And my answer to that is, it really depends on how much time that you have. I designed this to be an 8-week program, so you go through a little bit every single day, and eventually over 8 weeks, you have a channel that's having videos go up regularly, and not only that, but then be optimized and the potential be there for you to monetize them and make money. And if you already have a business, the amazing thing is that almost any business can be greatly benefited with having a YouTube presence. I mean, just think about it. Would your business not be benefited by having hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people every single month that are targeted viewers for free coming into your business ecosystem? And that applies to pretty much any business out there. Now, some people will go through the program quicker than 8 weeks, but I did design this where it's something where you go through a little bit every day and implement a little bit every day, and I give you checklists on how long that it should take. Another question is, I'm in the middle of another course right now. Should I invest in this program as well? Now, as much as I hate shiny object syndrome and jumping from one business model to the next, what I will say is that YouTube can benefit almost any business model out there, just like I was talking about in regards if you're running your own business. And in my opinion, YouTube channels themselves can be independently operating businesses, and in my opinion, they're the best business to start to make money online. And I know a lot of people have also been asking, how much is this program going to cost? Well, it's going to be a huge discount compared to where the price is now, and then before we raise the price back up to that amount. So this is going to be your last chance to get in at this discounted price, and there's also going to be a payment plan just in case you don't have enough cash saved up. And another question is, are you going to actually answer my questions if I join? And yes, I answer every single question daily within my student community. I've been doing it for over 2 years, and that's another reason I can't take too many people at a time, because I only have so much time to answer questions, so we will be limiting the amount of people that can join. But if you do manage to secure your spot, you can rest assured knowing that you have the best YouTube program on the market, and then also that you have access to me to ask any questions. And another question I've been getting a lot is, what's the difference between Tube Mastery and Monetization and Tube Coaching? You may have heard me mention both of these separate programs. And basically, Tube Mastery and Monetization is my complete training program that shows you how to start making money on YouTube without making videos, and then scale it through hiring people. I give you templates and checklists and everything you need to do that successfully. Plus, I answer every question daily within the private student community. And then Tube Coaching, on the other hand, includes Tube Mastery, but then you also get access to weekly Q&A calls where I answer your questions, and then also I'm available to actually look at your channels and make sure that you're going in the right direction with your channel, because I can spot out mistakes that a lot of people make, and I can tell you, hey, just don't do this, change this little thing, and you're likely to do amazing. Plus, there's going to be some additional bonus content with Tube Coaching where I show you specific examples of like making a channel from scratch and so forth. And both programs are going to be launching in a couple days with a ton of bonuses. Another question I've been getting is, are you going to show how to actually edit videos step by step? And yes, not only am I going to show you how to do that, I'm going to show you generating an entire video from start to finish, the entire process of me actually doing it, where you can look over my shoulder and see me generate a video from start to finish. And that includes me showing you the anatomy that all viral videos follow, how to write scripts the right way and systematize it. I'm going to give you script templates. I'll show you how to record voiceovers. I'll show you where to actually get content for your channels. I'll show you free video editors and exactly how to use them and how I've used them. I'll give you a lesson about fair use and a fair use checklist. And on top of all that, I'll show you how you can outsource this, get other people to make the videos for you, give you job script templates, a cheat sheet for exactly how much to pay, where to hire people from, and you can see examples of me actually hiring people. And not only that, but there's also going to be 78 lessons within Tube Mastery and Monetization alone. You'll get the private community, a ton of bonuses, cheat sheets, checklists, and even some bonus courses as well. And if you happen to secure your spot within the upgraded Tube Coaching, you also get access to the live weekly Q&A calls as well. I'd like to give a huge thanks for everybody who watched this complete guide all the way until the end, and for everybody who joined Tube Mastery and Monetization and Tube Coaching. You made an incredible decision. I can't wait to start working with you. I'm available within the private community to answer your questions daily. And honestly, I'm just super excited to reveal to you the right way of doing this. For sure. I think it's going to be a real eye-opener for a lot of people watching this, and I think it's going to really open a lot of people's eyes to what is possible with YouTube. So I hope you got a ton of value from this complete guide and this basically free course right here. If you did want to join one of my paid programs, I can't wait to hit the ground running with you there. And if not, no worries at all. I wish you nothing but the best, and I'll see you next time.